Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Darla Lucian Studios. I'm Darla Lucian, and today we are working on our Gratitude Altered Book Junk Journal again. But before we get going, I'd like you to remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are updated on all new videos coming out. Comment for sure, I want to hear your comments, and share. All right, let's get started. So, I've actually worked a little bit on the journal since our last chat. So I just wanted to kind of bring you up to date with what I did. So I have covered some of my side pockets and made cards to go inside. Well, no, I can't get inside. It's all stiff. Oh my gosh. That's because I'm pulling on the wrong part. All right. I think I'm going to have to make that clear. All right, so the journals that went in the side loading thumb pockets and the top loading thumb pockets, I made very, very flat. So this is just a really simple card to journal on, but I also put my note from the bookmaker on the back of this one. So, you know, it's kind of gives the idea to especially somebody who's new to junk journaling, what you could use this book for. So continuing along, I think you've probably seen some of these. I've added some journaling paper to the plain pages that we had left. So here we go. Here's another one that is great for just writing on. My hands are inky from doing all of the stamping earlier. So we're actually going to do a little bit of stamping later. I just wanted to kind of show you what we're up to. So then I added this thanks on here. I just thought that was nice. And then I don't think I showed you, but I added just a little bit of kind of a vague stamp, so just to give an idea about where we are with the journaling. Oh yes, my note to myself, we're going to do those ones on camera. So lots and lots of these sheets. Again, flat journaling card. Lots of room for journaling. I wanted to do it very simple because I want the person who ends up buying this book to be able to make it their own, right? So do you remember here we had this tag, but I added this one in for a little extra journaling space. This one says gather. I've also started whiting out the pages that we're going to do the mixed media on with gesso. So, whew, still a little bit strong. Okay, so here I did the angle pocket, so you can see I got a little tag there. This tag has a little bit of crochet on. So generally I call tags the ones that are like kind of like this, maybe with something like that. And then journaling cards are generally ones that have stayed rectangle. I mean, they're very interchangeable. Oh yeah, I did actually do this one yet because I need to find the stuff that I want to put on there. So then this one I did 4 cards, kitchen table, some journaling space there. I really wanted to stay in the color story with these pictures because I didn't want it to interrupt. And my daughter calls these ones bookmarks. They're definitely the right shape for a bookmark. But there is spot to journal on the back. Or you could use them as a bookmark. This one says love and has the definition there. And family legacy. A beautiful home. Something we can all give our family. Alright, so then we have some more of these. These ones, for some reason, I made too long. I don't even know how I did that since I used a template. So I do have a bunch of pages to put in yet. These have a J for journaling pages. And I actually created, with my daughter's help, a ton of them. And so we may add some of those later so I can show you what I did. Alright, here is, I love this, So Happy Together. And then you see these little die cuts of squirrels that I put in. I just thought it was funny. I don't know if they're happy sharing their nuts or not. Do squirrels like to share? And there's a nice tag. Lots of space for writing on the back. Acorns. Thought that one was you know, important to include if you're a squirrel. Right next to my squirrels. I don't know. It was just really cute, and it seemed to go with the fall theme to me. All right, so I still haven't done these mixed media ones. Oh, I added this little tag to this page. Food for the winter, and then it has the corn definition on the back. There's a little bit of eyelash trim on there. Thought that just kind of fancied that up a little. Legacy of love. We are family. So, as you're noticing, again, like I said, the thumb ones, you know, where they're thumb holes like this, I did very flat. But these ones, I tried to add a little dimension. So I don't know if you can see exactly there, but there's a little bit of thickness to that. And it says Faithful on the back. And this one has like a dimensional flower on it. So these ones I felt like, you know, or like the other one earlier on has little bits added to them that are just a little bit thicker. And you can do that on these angled ones and on the half page side fold ones. But on these ones you need to stay flat because you're sliding in between the pages. So then there's this. I thought that was cute. Smile. I apparently do have a squirrel gratitude theme going on here. I didn't actually notice that until I'm starting to flip through with you guys. And then here I added this one. Just really simple. This was actually stripped from this book page. And this was too. And then I added the pumpkins on there. That's a sticker. Sometimes the most simple ones can add a really nice element. Like here, I didn't want a lot going on because I already have plenty going on over there. And then more mixed media options there. Okay, all right, so let's get to what we're going to do today. Let's start with the stamping because I have all my stamps out. So I wanted to show you a little bit. Oh, I guess I need the pages out of here. That would be helpful. All right. So what I did first was I made a template out of cardboard. Instead of having to measure every piece of paper, it just went so much faster because I actually went through and I counted how many pages were which kind of page. And so I ended up having 48 journaling page with words that I needed to cover and 8 ones that were white, which I haven't done anything with yet. So 48 pages is quite a lot of pages, and I wanted to make sure that they all kind of had a similar theme, so that is the fall leaf theme, but you know, each one can be unique because we're stamping them ourselves, so we're kind of making our own pattern paper is what's happening. And with the thought that the person who's doing this may want to do a gratitude journal, I want to make sure that the center parts definitely allow for more writing, and that the edge parts are where the darker stamps are. All right, so I have a variety of different kinds of stamps. I do have a lot of Stampin' Up! Ones because I just kind of fell in love with them back when they first came out. And I still have a lot of them because I bought so many. But you can use whichever of your favorite stamps. So I have this collection from Stampin' Up! That's fall leaves. And you can see I left some ink on there from when I was stamping before, because I mean, for this one, the more the merrier for the color, and I'll show you about stamping off later. So my first impression, I hold it down for a little bit. You want to stay in contact with the paper for about 5 seconds, so that's about 5. So look at how nice and rich of a pattern. That's very, very clear, but you see that it's right by the edge, and it's actually over the edge with 2 sheets. So I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to not ink it. I'm going to do my second impression with this amount of ink. So this one already has kind of the tail end of the leaf, so I'm going to just turn this to a slightly different way. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's much fainter, but I like that we get kind of 2, maybe even 3 different kinds of intensities. So I like printing this green leaf all over first to kind of give a base. That's probably enough for this one. Let's just do one more on this one. Marvelous. Okay. All right, so that's it for my green. So I'm just going to close this up. Apparently I can't do that today. All right, so then I think I'm going to do some, you can see my daughter was practicing. Didn't hers turn out really nice? I really love that. And this page, even better. I love that one. That one's my favorite, I think. Although, this one's pretty good too. All right. Let's use a little bit of orange. So you can press down on a stamp, or you can leave your stamp this way and press the stamp pad down on it. When I'm doing these little ones, I kind of like doing it this way so I can see that I'm getting the color all over. I am going to use a little bit of yellow at the same time. So my stamp is going to have a little bit of two different tones. And that one's just color box. All right, where do we want to put this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I'm going to do a second print right on the center here. So I really like how that looks. You see the differing shades. Let's do, let's try this one. So I have two colors here. I have Versacolor, which is in burgundy, which I'm going to do in the center. Good. And then Stampin' Up! Really red. And I go around the tips. I love how it looks when you do two colors, but you have to be careful that you don't get kind of like the square edge from the stamp pad on there. So that's why you see me kind of tapping around and dancing around the edge there. Alright, so let's try, I want a little something on the top here. So let's line these ones up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's do another one here. And one more there. Alright, I think that's probably good. I do have one other stamp. But you know what? Enough is as good as a feast, as they say. So, I'm going to move these off to the side, just to give us some space. Well, I'm really happy with how these turned out. I don't know about you, but I think they're gorgeous. They'll be great for journaling on. Do you notice that I used lined paper, but I also used graph paper? I actually used a variety of different kinds of lined paper. Some of these are like from Amaze. I wanted to make sure that we had some variety, even though we had a very similar theme. All of these look, you know, a little bit different. And then I tried to use a different stamping package, and I made these ones with the swirls on. And so that's just for a little interest again. All right, so all that to say, then you get to your book. All right, so with this, where is my glue stick? There we go. I need to take my paper towel off the top of my go-to box. Okay. So just glue stick for this, I think, is mostly fine. There we go. I'll take that off. And I did try putting glue stick on the back of the papers and then putting the papers in. And I found that that actually just didn't work quite as well as when I put the glue stick right on the page. You know, live and learn. So you can see that I'm very generous because we definitely don't want these popping out. And then just put one of our papers in. So let's grab one of our ones from today. So I'm going to line it up more with the outside edge. Oh, there goes the glue. More with the outside edge than with the inside edge. And start there just because that's the line that we're going to see whether it's straight or not. So, and then the top and the bottom. Alright, so there's that first one in. And then on the other side, lots and lots of generousness with the glue. This glue is I hate to say it about a product, but this glue is really crappy for holding. So you definitely have to use a lot of that kind of glue. I'm going to put this way. All right, so once again, we want to line up with our outside edge. Good. And then push to the center. All right. Okay, so that is our pattern papers. Now I would like to just kind of show you how I decorate the angled pockets. This one here. Two on camera. I actually had to mark that off because I wanted to make sure that I would leave one. I was getting so excited, I was just kind of flying through and I wasn't really doing it in order. So what I did is I cut kind of a base for the page, for the tags, I should say, for the page. So I want to do a little pocket down here and then a pocket up, a tag up here. So for this pocket, I want to decorate this with something, and I want to decorate that with something. All right, so I'm just going to shove this to the side. All right, let's take a look at our papers that we have. So these are some of the trims that I took off of the book that I cut up. That's that fairy tale book, and I thought, you know what, these are going to make great edgings, and they have, but I don't think we need that for this particular project. This is a little bright for this page because it's got those greens in the background. I'm just thinking about like the tag to go in here. So you got greens in the background. What if we used, no, it's green and red. Maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Let's see what else we have. I put them kind of with their colors together, so it'd make life a little easier for me. And it has, for sure. And then there's that and that are already kind of tag shaped. You know, and humble beginnings though. Okay. And then there's this stripey bit in the actual green color, which may work. All right. And then, all right, so I'm going to move my papers out of my elbow now. I've got the Leaning Towers happening over here. If you hear a great crash, that's my paper box sliding. Water. Good. All right, so taking a look back at our page. Okay, so we already have this pattern. So I don't know, I feel like that's a little too much. Okay, I put this here. Now I'm just kind of auditioning these pieces to think, what would it look like if it was in there? See, that just feels very, very busy. How about that one? That's not as bad because it's a similar color, and this is like basically an all-over pattern. Yeah, too busy. What about this green? I mean, it's a pattern, but it's kind of the same colors. I kind of actually don't like that either, just because it blends into the background. All right. And then this one, yeah, very much a no. Okay. Well, that made things real simple. The raspberry colored paper it is. All right. So now let's take a look in our little box of tricks here and think about what kinds of words or stickers or whatever it is that we might want on or even flowers on our page. Now, let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah, those are the, nope, not those. All right, I think that's our start for now. Okay. So I have these ones, and these ones are rub-on transfers, and they have just words on, which I find fun to add kind of as a finishing touch. But let's just see what we could do with these. Oops. This one has kind of green and red in it. Maybe that one better. Green is a better shade. Actually like that one quite a bit. Because it's kind of got a taupey color in it too. Alright. Well, that works slick. I feel like finding it on your second shot. Ooh. Oh, I like that. So now I'm wondering, do I want the red as the pocket with this as the tag, or do I want this as the tag with the red in, and then put this on? I think I might make that as the pocket. Make that as the pocket with this as the tag to go in. Well, that's what we'll do. Look at that. I'm changing our mind as we go along. All right. And I have some flowers and some different things, and we can add paper to the back of these, or we can just add lines. Sometimes I just even leave them plain. All right. So then these are just bits and pieces that are torn papers or faux stamps, and from the collage idea of like ripped out of magazines and stuff. And there's some stickers here. So, all right. And then these are stickers, but not the necessary. They're the picture type stickers, non-word stickers. All right. Alrighty. So let's cut this down to the right size here, which is going to be about what, to there? I think so. So I want to match to this side kind of thing, I think. So just get a little bit of that going on. Bring that down, slice. Then, how deep do I want the pocket? No deeper than about there. You can see that I measure exactly. I just, for this stage, I don't think it's really that important. You just kind of eyeball it. When I'm measuring to fit the pages I was measuring, it's actually helpful to use one of the book pages from your book as a template, because it's easier to measure papers against the loose sheet than the one that's right in the book. Alrighty, speaking of the book, let's pull that out. Now I'm going to use tacky glue to put my little pocket down. And we're going to do 3 sides because this is going to be a pocket. I better make sure that I'm doing it across the right way, because I want it to be up like that. Yeah. This particular paper has a pattern direction. So we definitely want to honor that. Okay. Now this got a little goopy goop on it. So where's that flower I wanted to attach? Let's use that as my spreader. Might as well get some goopy goop on this little flower. Alright. So I'm just kind of watching the pattern on the paper to try to line this up to make it square. Okay, so I want to put a word here. Let's see what we got. What's the colors on this again? Kind of raspberries. All right. Well, that leaves things very open. Let's see. What do we got here? So many different ones. Once Upon a Time. Family Faith, maybe. How big is that? Okay, and then I'd put it on this side, maybe? Alright. Let's try that. So glue stick for this little guy. And then we're going to use a little bit more tacky glue on this guy. And I'm not going to glue right to the top on this side. I'm going to just, because I'm going to have it overhanging the pocket, so I'm just kind of cutting it across there. Alright, let's put this lid on. Tacky glue. Alright, so keeping in mind where my glue is not. Alright, I'm loving that already. Doesn't that look great? Okay. Tag. Alright, you might have seen this trick before, but it bears repeating, I think. So when you're making a tag and you want to make an angle on the top, and the best way to do it to make them even so that it looks right, once you cut the one side, is to take the little corner that you cut off, turn it upside down, and match it to the corner on this side. Just a little trick I picked up along the way, and then you just cut along that line, no measuring, and there you've got your nice little tag. Isn't that great? Quick. Alright, so let's do that with this one too. So this one is kind of quite a sloped angle, but I'm going to make this one a little more fat. Just because it's a bigger tag, so we'll have a different look for this one. And they do coordinate because they're the same pattern paper, obviously. Alright. So now what's coming to me? Sometimes, so that was going to go on there. Sometimes just a little sticker helps. I got these ones from a pack of stickers from the movie Frozen, and my daughter wasn't as into stickers. So we have all of these little Frozen stickers, and they have kind of a folksy kind of a look to them, which is kind of fun. And may totally go with this page. And these ones are kind of have a little bit of a holographic look on them, which is kind of fun. Not that that's what I'm looking for necessarily, just these ones are very raspberry. I don't know if those are exactly what I'm looking for, but that almost mimics this pattern here a bit. And I don't mind that at all. Let's see what else I have in here. Oh, there's another one of those. Interesting. Oh, there's another one like that. That's good because I like that color. Oh, some more of those pink ones. All right. Okay, I think that's probably what I'm going to find out of those. And I think I like this Getting Chilly. Goes with the Frozen theme to me. Alright. So how are we going to do this? Let's see. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this little edge, which didn't come perfectly clean in my cutter for some reason. That is driving me crazy already. All right. Let's see. One of these maybe? Or are they going to disappear? Because that blue is going to come away. Let's just see what that looks like. I just hold it above. That's not horrible. What if I turn it this way so it's kind of heart-like? I think I might like that better. All right, let's line this up pretty good here. See what we can do. Oh yeah. I like just a little something on there because, you know, most of the tag is tucked in. So that's going to look nice. And then on the back, let's do these guys. These deeper colored ones. I'm going to do one down in this corner and one up in this corner. No, one down here. I'm going to do, oh, they're different sizes. Uh-oh. I did not realize that. Okay, change of plan. Let's do one at the top, like that, the bigger one. And then the little one, I'm going to cut in half. Wow. Who knew you could cut stickers in half, hey? And now I have twice the amount of sticker to put down here. I'm going to put them on the corners. And you can see what I'm doing here. So cutting the sticker in half allows me to repeat the pattern in a 3, which is more visually pleasing. All right, so now let's put some lines on here. I actually will just do it quick with a ruler because my stencil is buried right now with my paper box in the way and everything. So I am going to pick I'm just using a micron brown. I'm just going to add some lines here. And you know what? I'm just eyeballing it. This is going to be very imperfectly perfect. And I'm not even worried about the lines coming on very dark. But I do not want to necessarily write on my desk, so I'm going to slide that in underneath. Actually, that could be helpful. Now you got to listen to me breathe for a sec while I'm focusing here. So because of the style of the journal that I'm wanting to make, which is mostly a writing journal, like this isn't just a glue book where you're gluing down ideas and kind of moving on pretty quickly. I really was thinking about this being something that was more about thought process and lots more words. And so you will notice that I use a lot. I went over there, but nice thing about stickers, you rub off the ink. Oh, this last one isn't wanting to go. Okay. So just more space for putting the words down about how thankful we are. I don't know, I feel a lot that we don't always give gratitude the honor that it deserves in making a beautiful life. All right. So let's, oh, and I want to ink the edges, of course I do. All right, what happened to my ink? Here we go. There, and where is my, oh no. It slid down, but I can get it. Oh. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, things don't quite get into the right compartment. All right, so I just like to distress the edges by adding a little bit of ink. This is not a necessary step. I just like that layer of richness that it adds. I mean, you can see that my tag is very simple. It's just got a couple stickers and some marker on it. So this just takes it up a little notch kind of thing and allows us to imagine that somebody has slid it in and out of the pocket over and over for hundreds of years, let's say. Okay, this pattern is new, but, well, not hundreds of years old, but I like the idea of kind of antiquing the edge. We are still experiencing issues with that edge from the paper cutter. It did not cut. It might be time to change my blade of my paper cutter. All right. So, I think we're going to call that one done. So let's take this one out now. Let's work on this one. There, more water. Can't believe how dry I get doing these videos. All right, so again, my paper cutter did not do its perfect job at the bottom here, so I'm just gonna take that little bit off. All right, so we wanted that on there, and I was thinking that this might be a fun, boy, I cannot get it up. This might be a fun thing to put on the tag. Getting chilly. Getting chilly. Makes me think of sweaters and crackling fires and mugs of cocoa or hot tea. Or are you a coffee drinker and like your pumpkin spice? That can be good too. Oh, there's another one of those pink ones. I think we need those though. There's also this little tiny bit of rub-on that maybe we could use. That actually is nice on there. All right, well, things change. You see this? These here kind of mimic these Frozen stickers, which I kind of like. I like how we kind of keep everything kind of in the same style. It makes it a little bit easier as far as matching. I find it's just a little less clashing. All right, so I like this little tiny bit of a whatever thing that's there. And I think we'll probably keep this one too. Put it somewhere else. This live part that I'm leaving, I think, is going to be quite pretty. All right, something like that. I'm not going to have this on here right away, but I just need it on there so that I can figure out where to put charm. All right, so I do not know what happened to the stick that this came with. They usually come with a popsicle stick, so I'm just going to use this emery board. Okay, so don't you slide over. You get back over there. Is that enough space? Let's make it up a little. All right, so with rub-ons, you just hold it as still as you can, and you rub, and you start on the one end, and you move across. This is not wanting to stick. Oh, we might be here a while. Oh, it's starting to come. Do you see how it's kind of more grayed out there, whereas it's brighter brown here? That means it's starting to adhere to the page, which is good. So I'm just going to keep working across, praying that the whole thing wants to go down. So you do have to put some pressure on these. And these ones are a bit old, and they lost their backing a while ago, so I'm just praying that this is going to stick down. If it doesn't, we'll come up with a different idea. Alright, so I'm going to take a peek. I can tell that it's not coming on that side, so let's just see what's happening on this side here. See? You can see that it is starting to go down. Alright, let's keep working. Keep working. Oh, almost the whole M is on there now. Just this little corner. This little doodad. Alright, there we go. Good grief. I feel like I need to sing a song or something. Somebody tell a joke, you know? Okay. I just bumped the plastic and the whole thing kind of came down, which is good, I guess. Not what I was expecting though. So we've got the A mostly on and part of the H now. Good. See that? Good. Nothing's left behind. I always check because sometimes there's little flecks left behind and then your transfer doesn't look so crisp, which is, you know, somewhat annoying after the whole, oh, see, yeah, it shifted and now our C is cut a little. Line that back up, and our H had a little piece that didn't want to come off. Why doesn't the C want to go down? Let's see what you're up to. You're being stubborn. Come on, you. So this is where I get to practice patience, I guess. We've been talking about that with my kids this week, about being patient and about how life can give you opportunities to practice patience. Maybe I spoke too soon. Now I gotta practice what I preach, I guess. Alright, C is down, so now we just have this little doodad here. A little furry leaf, I think it is. Let's see, what do we do? Come on. There we go. Just about there. Perfect. It's off. And you see, you can kind of see a faint part where the words were. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so then let's put this little guy on here. Am I taking a risk doing another transfer while you guys are still watching me? So Thanksgiving's coming up. And for those of us in Canada, I should say, Thanksgiving's coming up, so it's this coming Monday, and this video is going to be on Thursday, so I think I'm going to do my big shop tomorrow. I have a turkey in my freezer, and I'm going to need to pull that out pretty quick. We'd like to do kind of the traditional turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetables, you know, that kind of thing, stuffing. And a good thing too, because my son can eat half a turkey himself. He's such a turkey boy. Alright. Yeah, he is going to be 14. And that kid should be nicknamed Groceries. I can't even believe how much he can pack away. It's hilarious. Oh no, that is not coming off yet. Once you got kind of one side, it seems to really go, but my daughter helped me with stamping the leaf stamps this morning. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun. She's the one who came up with all these tricolors and with the green and the reds, and I would have been afraid to mix those two for fear of getting some kind of weird brown one. Actually, it worked out for her, which I'm really thrilled about because it added an interesting dynamic and element that I wasn't expecting. We had a lot of fun doing it. Sometimes I like crafting by myself just for the solitude of it, but then other times it's just fun to craft with a buddy, and she is definitely my crafting buddy, especially during COVID when we're not supposed to, be mixing it up with too many other people. Alright, so we're going to put that on. We're going to use tacky glue. So this one has like flower tips that kind of go all the way out there, so I'm going to make sure I get every single one of those little tips because I do not want them catching on anything and then pulling up. I want them to be firmly glued down. Alright, let's get the middle. And then this is where it gets sticky. Last side. Ah, looks like a snowflake on this side. You see what I mean? All right. Now, I purposefully didn't make it so that it up and down because I thought that would be a little too symmetrical looking. All right. Well, I really like how that side turned out. All right, what are we going to do over here? Tacky glue away. Transfer stick away. All right. So getting chilly we had discussed. Is it getting chilly where you are? Feels chillier today. We watched, here's a big confession. We have been watching Hallmark videos, and we watch every single one, I have to tell you, because my daughter loves the little romance ones, and we love that they have, I love that they have, you know, a story where you don't have to worry about language and generally inappropriate nudity scenes and stuff like that. So I love the fact that I can watch it without previewing or whatever. I mean, the stories are basically all the same. Boy meets girl or girl meets boy. But hey, who doesn't love those kind of movies? And, yeah. This one needs something else. Let's see. What else have we got in our box of tricks here? Let's see. Ooh, what about this? This kind of fuzzy stuff. That makes me think. This makes me think, you know, it's a little bit chilly out. Wouldn't this be fun? Getting chilly. Get your warm sweaters on. What do you think? This still needs to be on another piece of paper, though, to pop out. What if we use some of this red? There's a little strip of red from when we made the pocket. Would that be good? Like that. And then a little bit of that. Or is that too heavy up there? I want to be able to get it in the pocket, so I'm thinking about putting this, it needs to be kind of near the top. What if I put it the opposite way and just had it flopping over the top? What would it look like on this side? I guess that's the question. Does it look good on there too? Look at that, it could go both ways. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to snip it right between these two here. Alright. Tacky glue. I'm going to put it right on the edge. So I'm using my glue pad, bits of the book. Oh, I guess it's not this book, but it's a book that I gutted for a different project. Alright. So this definitely has a front and a back. This is definitely the back. Okay. Always good to figure that out first thing. Okay. I like how that looks. It's so fuzzy. Alright. So then, where is my glue stick? Glue stick. You know what? I am really not liking how much white I'm seeing on the back of this. So let's do something about that. Okay. Gluing that on there like that. Let's trim that. Like that. Let's say. Alright, let's deal with the white issue. Everybody likes a little extra color in their life, right? So let's just go to town. So you can do a lot with ink and with markers and make your own pattern paper. Now I know lots of people, you know, spend lots and lots of money on scrapbooking paper, and I have tons of scrapbooking paper from when I was a crazy paper collector, which I still, frankly, I still am. I haven't seen a pattern